The Great Reset. The Great Reset, a pivotal moment for global transformation. In the wake of the unprecedented challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, the world has found itself at a crossroads. The global crisis has laid bare the fragilities and systemic vulnerabilities that permeate our economic, social, and environmental systems. From the disruption of supply chains and the exacerbation of economic inequalities to the stark reminders of our impact on the planet, the pandemic has served as a clarion call for fundamental change. It is against this backdrop that the concept of the Great Reset has emerged, a bold and ambitious vision for restructuring and rebuilding our global landscape to create a more resilient, sustainable, and equitable future. Reimagining capitalism, stakeholder capitalism, and the green transition. At the core of the Great Reset lies a fundamental re-examination of the principles that underpin our global economic system. This paradigm shift aims to redefine the purpose of businesses, aligning their operations with the broader goals of societal and environmental stewardship. Integral to this economic transformation is the pursuit of a green transition, an accelerated global effort to transition towards renewable energy sources, sustainable practices, and a circular economy. The Great Reset envisions a future where economic growth is decoupled from environmental degradation, paving the way for a more harmonious coexistence between human activity and the natural world. This green transition is not merely an environmental imperative but also an economic opportunity, with the potential to drive innovation, create new industries, and generate millions of green jobs worldwide. By embracing sustainable technologies and practices, the Great Reset seeks to position the global economy on a path towards long-term resilience and prosperity. Addressing inequalities and bridging the digital divide. The COVID-19 pandemic has exposed and exacerbated deep-rooted inequalities that persist across societies, both within nations and between developed and developing countries. The Great Reset recognizes that addressing these disparities is not only a moral imperative but also a prerequisite for building a more stable and prosperous global order. One area of particular focus is the digital divide, the stark gap in access to digital technologies and online resources that has left millions of people across the globe on the wrong side of the digital revolution. The Great Reset calls for concerted efforts to bridge this divide, ensuring equitable access to digital infrastructure, skills training, and online services. This digital transformation, when coupled with broader efforts to address economic and social inequalities, could pave the way for a more inclusive and equitable global society. Strengthening global governance and cooperation. The COVID-19 pandemic has underscored the interconnectedness of our world and the need for robust global governance frameworks to address challenges that transcend national borders. The Great Reset recognizes that many of the critical issues facing humanity, from climate change and pandemics to cyber threats and financial instability, require concerted international cooperation and coordinated global responses. To this end, the Great Reset calls for a reinvigoration of multilateral institutions and a renewed commitment to global cooperation. By strengthening existing bodies such as the United Nations, the World Health Organization, and the International Monetary Fund, and fostering new collaborative frameworks, the Great Reset seeks to build a more resilient and effective global governance system. This global cooperation extends beyond the realm of governance, encompassing partnerships between governments, businesses, civil society organizations, and academia. By leveraging the collective expertise, resources, and influence of diverse stakeholders, the Great Reset aims to catalyze coordinated action on pressing global challenges, fostering a shared sense of responsibility and collective ownership over our shared future. Shaping the Fourth Industrial Revolution. The Great Reset also recognizes the transformative potential of emerging technologies and the imperative to shape the Fourth Industrial Revolution in a way that benefits humanity as a whole. From artificial intelligence and robotics to biotechnology and quantum computing, these disruptive innovations are poised to revolutionize virtually every aspect of our lives, reshaping industries, economies, and societies. However, the Great Reset acknowledges that the implications of these technologies extend far beyond the realms of efficiency and productivity. They have the power to profoundly impact employment patterns, social structures, and ethical frameworks, raising complex questions about privacy, security, and the very nature of what it means to be human. To navigate this technological revolution responsibly, the Great Reset advocates for a proactive and inclusive approach to governance and policymaking. By engaging diverse stakeholders, including technologists, ethicists, and policymakers, the Great Reset seeks to develop frameworks and guidelines that ensure emerging technologies are developed and deployed in a manner that aligns with societal values, ethical principles, and the broader interests of humanity. Ethical considerations and potential challenges. While the ambitions and aspirations of the Great Reset are undoubtedly noble, the initiative is not without its critics and detractors. Some have raised concerns about the concentration of power and influence wielded by the World Economic Forum and its partnering organizations, questioning the legitimacy and accountability of such a powerful global agenda. Others have expressed skepticism about the feasibility of implementing such sweeping changes across diverse nations and cultures, each with their own unique economic, political, and social realities. The challenges of coordinating and aligning the interests of various stakeholders, from governments and corporations to civil society organizations and local communities, cannot be understated. Additionally, there are concerns about the potential unintended consequences of the Great Reset's ambitious agenda. Rapid and far-reaching economic and social transformations could potentially disrupt established systems and livelihoods, exacerbating existing inequalities or creating new ones if not carefully managed and mitigated. The role of individual citizens and collective action. Ultimately, the success or failure of the Great Reset will not be determined solely by the actions of global leaders, multinational corporations, or international organizations. It will hinge on the collective efforts and engagement of individuals across the globe, each playing their part in shaping the world we wish to create. The Great Reset calls upon every citizen to embrace a sense of shared responsibility and collective stewardship for our planet and its resources. It challenges us to reevaluate our consumption patterns, our lifestyle choices, and our impact on the environment, recognizing that individual actions can have a ripple effect on a global scale. Furthermore, the Great Reset emphasizes the importance of active civic engagement and grassroots movements in driving transformative change. As we navigate the complexities and uncertainties of the Great Reset, one thing remains clear. The path ahead will require a collective commitment to resilience, adaptability, and a shared vision of a more sustainable, equitable, and prosperous world. It is a journey that will demand courage, compassion, and a willingness to embrace change, but one that holds the promise of a future in which humanity and our planet can thrive in harmony.